back to Divekick League. These are the matches I played for the league during March. My name is ThanosBKC, and I'm going to be maining Stream for these matches. Stream is a double jump character where you have to jump twice before you can kick, and once you do kick, you can actually steer his kick. So you'll see me steer it up and down, and you can kind of wiggle back and forth as well if you want to. His kick kind of looks like Dawson's from Street Fighter, but you can actually turn it upwards or downwards as you're flying through the air. There you go, right there. That air special you just saw is called Flame Bait. It shoots fire onto the ground, and the fire will stay lit while your meter is draining. And if the opponent gets into it, they'll end up having to jump because the fire will force them. If you get into it, then your feet will become ignited, and or your feet will ignite, and your hitbox will be a little bit bigger, and you can kick for a little bit longer. He also has a ground special called Scooby Please, which makes him invisible. It'll look like he's lagging, but he's actually just invisible, and that's just part of the graphics, I guess you would say. Right now I'm playing Hanson, who is sporting Mr. N, and Mr. N is a really tough matchup for Stream just because he has an air float that can stay above Stream, and he jumps up pretty quickly. And so I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't get too much meter, because if he gets too much meter, then he can use a lot of his air special to kind of put me in a bad position. So I'm kind of just trying to go forward and trying to get close to hitting his belly, because he has a very wide hitbox, so I can try to hit him as he's moving forward or as he's trying to build meter. But my meter isn't as good as Mr. N's meter, so I'm going to be trying to play a little bit more aggressive this one. Trying to push Hanson back so that he has less meter to attack. In the meantime, I'll try to play some defense, try to bait him to kick into me. Stream's kickback is really fast. It does like gust backwards, and so you can get away from a lot of attacks. And basically, yeah, I'm trying to bait him to kick me just like that, and then counter with my own kick after dodging. I actually don't like the stage a lot. I'm going to be surprised if I try to switch from the rain. I tend to, whenever I get on a stage like this, there's a chance I could switch. Looks like Hanson's going to switch for me, so I don't need to change it myself. He might be going for a different gem. Yep, looks like he's going for gem, I guess. And looks like we're at the beach now, so more sun, less rain. It's always good. Actually, for Outworld, the rain does run on other computers more slowly, and so that's why I always not like that stage in general. My computer's fine and it runs it just fine, so it shouldn't be anything serious for me. I just like to switch from that stage. Ooh, great hit by Hanson there, recognizing the space and just coming in when I'm moving in too slowly. Stream has a very slow kick, and so most of his moves are very deliberate, and if you can catch him at the wrong spot, you can definitely hit him before he has a chance to jump backwards. Ooh, good stand there by Hanson. If he normally I try to hit above someone so they can jump into my feet, and Hanson did the right thing in here, just stood still. Of course, he's got me headshot again, but I'm able to get out of it. Alright, moving forward here. Oh, that was a bad kick forward by my part. Hanson recognized it and just hits me in the head. I think that's 2 headshots in a row now, or 3 headshots in a row. I think that's 3 headshots in a row so far. So far, I'm able to kind of get out of it and play my defense, but yeah, getting headshot that many times is pretty bad. Hanson, on the other hand, has a pillow. Oh no, I'm gonna get headshot again. Okay, I do remember this match now. Hanson on his side has a pillow, so he wasn't concussed when he got hit in the head the first time. But he will be concussed after, but right now it doesn't matter since it's the last round. Oh, and I'm able to get out of that. Dang, I think that was 4 headshots in a row, so pretty lucky to squeak that win. Looks like I'm up 2-0 here, to hopefully try to clear the set. Right now it seems like Hanson isn't using his air special as much because I am being pretty effective in limiting his meter. But we'll see if he gets a little bit more and forces me to come in when I don't want to. So sometimes you have muscle memory where you see someone falling and you want to be able to punish it. But against Mr. N, you want to try to take all of that back because he can stop whenever he wants to once he has enough meter. Yeah, so just like there, I think I had a bad input there and I went invisible by accident. But I just tried to play through it and I thought he was going to fall and he ended up floating and I wasn't able to kill him. In the meantime, that dodge there is able to get another round. So far, Hanson's been trying to come in and I'm able to just do my my jump backwards or my dodge pretty quickly. It looks like Hanson's mixing in some of the runbacks. I think it's called GTFO, but it does allow Mr. N to do a little bit more ground spacing and retreat backwards by however much he wants just by holding his run. Oh, wow. Yeah, a bit overextended on my part. Hanson recognizes and just hits me in the head again. Well played, well played. If Hanson starts using run to kind of space well, I might want to consider extending my movements a little bit more, but we'll see how it goes. Depending on if he can react out of the run to catch me, then I'll have to change my strategy. So that's probably a misinput. As stream, when you're in the air, since you have to do 2 jumps in the air, what I like to do is I like to hang in the air, and then when I see something happen, I'll react, and I'll try to do my second jump really quickly and go straight into a kick. And sometimes that, if I do it too fast, it'll accidentally cause my my special to activate. So that might happen a lot more as we go through these games. I'm able to get Hanson successfully concussed here, and so this is pretty much good game because Mr. N is really bad when he's actually concussed. Yeah, able to just chase him down, land a kill. I'm pretty sure that the flame bait probably was a mistake on my part, but even then I had enough time to chase him down. Alright, this next match is against TacBac. I think he starts with S-Kill. Yep, S-Kill. So S-Kill is a very good matchup against Stream, and because his air special trick, which allows him to teleport above Stream, has a lot of opportunities to get a guaranteed kill. Stream, by his very nature, is a little bit more airborne. He has higher or lower gravity, so he stays in the air a lot. And when you're in the air a lot, Trick has a lot of positions where they can catch you without you having an escape. And so I'm going to try to limit his meter build here. And one of the key things is to stay low because S-Kill has parry, so if you kick too high, he can parry your kick and basically counter kick. Ooh, luckily I was able to get that hit before he landed on the ground, or else he could have parried there. Alright, I'm using invisibility there because I knew that S-Kill was getting close to his air special, and so I wanted to try to come in and hit him before he can use it, but unfortunately TacBac did the right thing out of the air there. So far it looks like TacBac's giving up some space as I'm trying to push him back and take his meter build away. Awesome. Just able to catch him kicking forward. He was holding his ground a little bit more, so I was a little bit more, I guess, passive. I just wanted to see if he was going to move back. If he did, I would move forward and kick again. If not, I would try to look for opportunity where I can punish his landing or his kick forward. And luckily he kicked forward there and I was able to punish him. Switching off S-Kill, which I'm actually pretty happy about because I think S-Kill is a really good matchup. He's going to Uncle Sensei. Okay, Uncle Sensei also has, I would say that it's about even, but Uncle Sensei is a character that I'm always wary about because he can jump really high, so S-Stream you have to be worried about getting under when you can, because Sensei has height leverage on almost every other character. The thing about Sensei is he moves really slowly, and so if you can control the ground spacing, then you can kind of catch him in a bad movement forward, especially when he does a dive punch like that. It travels really slowly and he lands into a handstand, and so I'm going to be aiming for that movement forward with the dive punch. Oh, bad move on my part. TacBac just recognizes that he can just come in, and I'm not watching my spacing at all there. Alright, just gotta defend. Looks like I gamble on him coming forward and just aim my and steer my kick forward. There it is. I saw him come in with the slow dive punch and just tried to steer my kick towards it. Uncle Sensei does have the option of changing his kick so that he lands earlier, so I do have to be wary if TacBac starts. Oh. Just able to get out of the way and hit. If Uncle Sensei comes in with a slow attack, Stream has more than enough speed to get here. That's probably input error again. I was most likely trying to work towards my kick factor and I pressed the button too fast and accidentally did my air special. Whenever Stream does their air special, it sets like the flame on, or the floor on fire, and it drains all your, it starts to drain your meter. There's no way you can stop that fire from burning, so in essence I basically gave up all my meter there. Which kind of sucks because I was right about to get kick factor. Kick factor is mini missiles for Stream, and hopefully you'll get to see that soon. But it shoots little missiles every 90 frames from Stream every time you do a basic action, and you can do some crazy setups with it where you can throw one missile to cover the high area, and then you use your kick to cover the low area, making an attack that's basically really hard to escape. All right, I catch Uncle Sensei landing there with no kick. If he kicked at the bottom, he probably would have hit me, but a lot of times players won't kick if they see that you're ready to counter. I'm about to get kick factor here. There's the little mini missile. I'm trying to set up the high one. But looks like Uncle Sensei came in, I was able to just kick him. Oh, doesn't look like TacBac wanted to react to the missile. Maybe he didn't want to get headshot, but I think I remember asking him about it, because that's basically the first time he's seen missiles. So dealing with the high-low attack and it being his first time, I could definitely see the problem there. Yeah, able to close it out. If you do find yourself fighting Stream and they do get kick factor, you want to disrupt the moment where they're trying to set up the high missile. And if you can do that, then you won't be in a situation where you have to deal with a high and low attack at the same time. Alright, this next match will be against OberKy, and OberKy is a little bit far away from me, so I had to set my GGPO delay to 4 just to counteract the latency. It looks like he's also going Mr. N. I've actually never seen OberKy play Mr. N. Maybe I shouldn't say ever, because I'm used to OberKy playing Kick and Jafali, but I haven't seen Mr. N in a very long time, if I did see it, back in the day. And like I said before, Mr. N is pretty tough, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward and try to stop him from the meter. Ooh, get a little bit of a roll back there. Whenever you hear that that sound like you got a kill, it always is kind of jarring. Sometimes I stop playing and I have to stop myself from doing that, because I'll end up leaving myself open if I thought I had the kill and don't react to it, and allow for mistakes of latency not catching it. Ooh. I incorrectly go over, and OberKy just lets me sail over and lands a headshot for the counter. He's about to get kick factor now. Oh no! He had to jump just a little bit higher. I think he was trying to take a step towards me, and I correctly guessed that he would try to approach. It looks like he's still getting the best of me on the ground. Alright, so OberKy looks like he's controlling the ground game right now. We'll see what I can do, if I can adjust, maybe make some more passive plays. Yeah, I was being a bit more cautious there, just doing a jump, knocking forward. Luckily, OberKy came in and I was able to get a headshot. And from this point, it should be pretty good, because he doesn't have his neck cushion was gone, so he's actually concussed. And Stream is pretty good since he can steer his kick. He can actually get headshots pretty well. Since that was the last round, I didn't have to aim for the headshot. I just came in to go for the highly optimal steering. Basically, you want to use your kick to kind of come in a little bit above where they can jump, and just aim above them. And then if they don't jump, you steer down. And if they do jump, they'll be jumping. Alright, looks like I'm being cautious again. I'm moving forward too much here. Ooh, okay, that was a bit of a gamble on my part. I should be able to bail out if I have meter for flame bait, so you can do flame bait after you kick, so you can basically kick into the air, do flame bait, kick again. And I might have been like using that as an escape. OberKy is getting pretty aggressive here, coming in, and hopefully I can adjust, but he's currently taking care of, or adjusting to my ground game as I'm adjusting to him. Luckily I was able to get out of that. I think he had the jump on me if he just committed to that attack there instead of hitting. I think it's the first time I've seen Ober use the air special, so I might have to be more wary about that as he's shown me that he's going to. Okay, I go into invisibility. I think it's because I felt like he was going to go into his kickback this trip, and I might have wanted to use invisibility to see if I could sneak in or scare him. He stayed pretty calm, and I ended up knocking forward, but after that I was able to hit his approach kicks. So far 2-0, but OberKy is definitely doing a lot of adjusting here, and I always have to find a way to counter what he's doing. Hopefully, I can expect more of his air special this turn one. At least I'll be wary of it, sure. Ooh, I'm lucky that was not my own death. That was actually just a double KO. I came in a little low there, and Mr. N, if he does get on top of you, you can't get killed just like that. So for it to trade is pretty good there. On the first one. That's usually when I'm looking for it. If Mr. N gets too close and you're able to tap on the belly, that's probably the best time. Because you don't risk being too far underneath him, because that's where his kick actually lives. In order for Mr. N to kill people, he has to actually basically sit up, since he uses his back foot. I'm about to get meter here for missiles, so maybe I'll just build it. Oh, there it is, there it is. Looks like I might have just been moving forward and figured I'd build it just naturally by trying to defend push. What I mean by defend and push, just kind of walk forward, see what they're going to do, and force them to do something. Alright, I jump up pretty high. I use flame bait just to kind of get myself to do a little fade back so I can angle the kick better. And OberKy kind of just jumps into it. Alright, this next match is against SodaInMyCereal, and looks like they're playing Dr. Schultz. Now, against Dr. Schultz, I picked the kick gem here. There's a good argument to go with the dive gem just because you do need extra height when playing versus Dr. Schultz. However, I think I'm going to focus more on a ground game and try to catch Dr. Schultz at their limit ultimate. So that's when they do that first kick, or they try to do a little bit of approach. And in order to do that, I'm going to need the kick speed. Unfortunately, there I misjudge how much time I had to escape, and Soda hits my head. Soda utilizing that air special, unfortunately, isn't able to land that second headshot. Gets a float there, but it might have been too low. Looks like it had the height on him to catch him either way. Yep, that's exactly what kick speed gives you there. If I did have the dive gem, I wouldn't be able to get that attack. Overall, my strategy right now is watch for the movement down low and try not to get into a position where I'm too close and they can chase me down. If I can, I'll try to build up the kick factor and use missiles. Although missiles aren't that good against Dr. Schultz, it is something that I can use to my advantage. And if we're going to be doing a lot of movement, then I will be building. Blade bait isn't good as far as fire on the floor, but it can be good to get that basically a third jump to get a little bit more height to get above shows. You'll see that me use it as like a latch ditch effort. If I've already used my second jump, I'll use flame bait to get a little bit more height or to get a dodge. I'll primarily use invisibility in this matchup just because Dr. Scholl's basically resides in the air, so it's harder to do approach when I'm invisible. I think I'm letting SodaInMyCereal know that I'll be switching stages here, just because I don't like the rain, but I'll be keeping the same.
You'll never diagnose me with economy class syndrome.
For the Divekick Infinite League matches, the winner must keep the same character, but they have the option of choosing gems. The winning character has to pick their gem first, and allow the character or the player who lost the last previous match to basically counterpick gems if they want. Although I haven't seen or know of too many situations where that's a thing, but it is allowed, or it is set that way. Alright, able to catch that first kick in. That's a good start. Once Dr. Scholl's has a kick of meter, then they can start doing their air tricks here and going under and going over and then crossing you up and turning around. I missed on the over there. If Soda waited just a little bit longer for the auto turn, he might have been able to jump facing the right direction. Oh, I just noticed that Soda actually switched gems to go with the Divekick, so looks like he's jumping a lot higher, and I'm staying under him still with my kick. Normally, if I'm gonna go ahead and try to meet shoals in the air, I'll want to have flame bait to have that third jump. So you will see me kind of try to build that up before I actually go up and test Dr. Scholl's. I've got a kick factor here against his kick factor. Oh no, he jumps right back into the missile.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
Yeah, Dr. Scholl's kickback was fast enough to kind of just move back into the missile as it passed, or as it was already behind him. There's the high-low setup. Ooh, he didn't necessarily need to jump when he was back there. My kick would have ended, and he could have waited for the missile to pass over his head. But yeah, that's the classic high-low setup. If you're playing against Stream and you know how far his kick goes, when you back up, you don't have to worry about him too much more, and you'll know he'll eventually stop it, so you can reassess the situation and not feel like you're forced to jump. It's a low attack. I get a headshot here. Ooh, I'm trying to get a second one, but Dr. Scholl's kickback, even in best state, is still pretty quick. Doesn't go back far enough, and I'm able to chase it down still. Okay, just staying low underneath shoals. Get kick factor again. Set up the high. Set up the high again. Basically, I wait till they go low before I start sending the low attack. There's my using flame bait to kind of stay in the air just a little bit longer. I had a feeling that Scholl's kick would end, so I wanted to be in the air to aim a kick. Alright, Soda took a premature jump there, and the missile was going to aim it as landing, so we had no choice but to get there, and I was able to just finish it off. Alright, this next... Oh, this is probably the last match. This is against AxemJinx, who plays Bass. This is the one where Stream actually has the favorite matchup here. The way that Stream can angle his kick makes it tough for the Bass to land a swing kick. So he's gonna Axem's gonna have to be really good with the aiming of his swing kick to actually land attacks, and utilize lightning to kind of add to his offense. In the meantime, I'll be searching for areas where I can kind of steer into his kick or under his kick. Basically, if I'm pointed horizontal or a little bit upwards, it makes it really hard for him to hit me. And I can kind of, if he swings above me, I can kind of hit him on the other side to actually get the kill. Ooh. able to just guess my way through. I think Axem might have just gotten a little too close on his spacing there. So Axem's running the dive gem for Baz, which is kind of the default for Baz. Normally you want that extra height. You'll notice here at stream I'm kind of testing the extent of my height, and it doesn't look like I can actually thread him with a vertical jump, or a double vertical jump I should say. And whenever stream does a vertical jump, it's never as high as a back jump. When you do his basically his kickback, it'll move backwards really quickly, and then he'll continue his movement upwards to the point where he actually gets higher through his kickback than he does with his regular jump up. And so I'm gonna have to be pretty wary that I can't get as high as Baz's largest jump, and I'll have to use flame bait to get that little bit of height just to get him. One thing to make note of is fire feet. That's if I'm standing in my own flame feet. Can counter one of Baz's ground specials. His ground special is a lightning shield. I think it's called the Shogger, but basically lightning hits him from above and he gets like a little lightning shield. And if I have flame feet, I can actually kick through that lightning shield. So it is something to be wary of. I'm not sure it comes up in this match, but we'll see. Currently at stream, I'm going to be trying to push forward towards the Baz. The Baz without lightning is pretty weak, so I'm trying to make sure that he can't build it very easily by just kind of coming up close to him and crushing. Ooh! He accidentally goes the side where the missile is, and the lightning doesn't come out because he gets immediately hit by the missile. There I'm able to set up that high-low attack. Baz is forced to kind of jump into that missile. Oh, right there, I kind of gambled that he would be building meter, waiting for the missile, and my kick is actually will go further than the missile, so I just threw out the kick to see if I can catch him. Alright, so this is playing out a little bit like the Shoals one, where I'm trying to stay underneath the Baz while he's in the air, and when I want to contest the Baz is kind of mid-air, or in the air but mid-height. And if I can't do that, then I'll be using flame bait to get a little more extra height. But that angle is actually a really good angle of what I want to do, except Axem held his rope at the precise length to get the kill there. But that's the type of attack I'm looking for, where we're kind of halfway and I can get an underkick just like that. So I basically cover the swing kick, him falling, and him doing light. So that covers all the options I can get at that right height and angle my kick upward. Now, trying to get in that position is pretty hard. As stream, you're pretty floaty, and I think the only way to get in that position is painfully walk forward to get that right spacing, or to have what's more likely to have the Baz come towards you with his first swing kick. And if he does, then depending on where he lets go, that's when you decide when you want to commit to an attack, depending on his height. Like there, I was too low to get that attack, but that was about the right spacing. There, I wasn't able to get the mid attack, so I went for the higher attack. As Baz gets more close, or as he gets backed up to the wall, flame baits on fire on the floor actually is a pretty good avenue to attack. There you go. I'll probably use flame bait here. Yep. Ooh, Axem gets out, escapes underneath though. That was a bit gung-ho by me. I should not have tried to go for that attack there. I might have been overly confident with my flame bait. That was probably a input error. Hard to get away from those input errors. The 2-button game, but still pretty hard. Yep, there you go. Able to cover the swing and the lightning escape. Yeah, stream's kickback's actually good enough that you can kind of watch for when he's going to do lightning and get out of the way really quickly. Whereas some characters are just not, their kickback just isn't fast. One of the moves I do a lot in this matchup is when I'm kind of near Baz but underneath him, I'll do this thing where I do a slight walk backwards using a K. And it works really well, but there are times when, ooh, I actually thought Axem was gonna swing for his lane there. Maybe he wasn't watching the time. Anyways, what I was saying was that sometimes I need to inch backward just a little bit, so I'll do a kick into a jump to a kick really fast, and it'll allow me to kind of take a back step. And if I ever mess that up, it's gonna leave me in the air exposed. So it's one of the key skills that I would say if you're gonna play stream, you want to work on. Alright, kick factor incoming. Oh no, I probably had an input there. Normally I don't want to be invisible because it'll drain your kick factor faster, and there's no need to be invisible because you can see the missiles. Uh-oh, line battle. Ooh! I actually thought Baz was gonna go for ground special there to hold the line, but he ends up jumping up in the air, and I barely got away and counter kicked him. Having the concussion is really good for stream though, because when Baz is concussed, it's basically almost impossible for him to escape the kick from stream. So good games there.